Yeah, I always forget about that. Right, now we're live, hopefully. Let me just check again. Oh, my phone won't close the app. I'll be with you in 1 second if anyone's there. Right. Right, now I can see the chat. Okay, just in case anybody does come in, I know this is a really weird time to be streaming. Let's just check the audio's on as well. It is indeed. Okay. All right, welcome back, guys, and welcome back to me. I didn't know how long that break was going to be, and it's still going to be a couple of days. We'll get into this. Anyways, it's been about a month, hasn't it? Right, so a quick update. I wanted to let you know what's going to be happening with the channel, because as I said last time, when I had my little break and come back, I was going to be doing some more different content maybe, and I've had a little think about that, and I've decided that yes, I definitely want to take this channel down the educational route, still keeping games. So like I've always said, gameplay is always going to be there, and live streams are going to continue very shortly in the next couple of days, but yeah, I want to take this channel down that route because it's coming really clear to me that education is a very important part of life. Very important. It's actually like maybe part of my purpose on the planet, right? That I'm here to maybe learn as much as I can because I need to teach people things. So that's the route this channel is going to go down. So what does that mean in practice? Well, the games are still going to stay. I'm not going to stop doing those. I know people come to this channel because at the end of their day or whatever, they want to relax and just, you know, chill out and vibe with me playing games and stuff, and just have a chat about other stuff rather than life and that sort of stuff. So that's part of the channel that's always going to stay here. But what I do want to do is, I've always said, make an educational channel that is fun as well, and that's definitely the way we're going to do it. So I want some of your ideas as well about how we can go about that, because I've not completely thought it through. I'm still brainstorming ideas and things like that, and I've got a bit of an idea about what I want to do. So let me tell you about that one. I want to have like a live stream where we have some debates or stuff like that. I want to get people from opposing sides and try and bring them together. That's one thing. I want to talk to people with opposing views to me. I want to debate with you if you're watching this on live stream. So if in the UK specifically, because I don't know much about American politics. I know how I feel about it, but I might not be that informed. But that is the point of this channel, that we can all learn things together. Now, I don't want to be big-headed here, but I know quite a few things, I guess. But there's always room to improve, and I know I've got a lot of room for improvement. So if we can all learn together, then, and have fun at the same time, it's not going to feel like learning. So yeah, debates, that's one thing I'd like to do. Another thing is that I've already kind of done videos like it on the channel, but I guess my bias was showing through a little bit too much, possibly. I think it's going to be important, if we're going to take it down this new route, that it is generally unbiased. And while I can't completely wipe it out, nobody can, right? But I'm going to do my absolute utmost, and to help with that, we're going to be using things like AI, because AI has taken off somewhat crazy at the moment, and things that I know how to research. Okay, that's one of the things we're going to learn first. How to conduct research properly, right? So that you don't end up with confirmation bias or things like that. that's going to be one of the first lessons we learn, because I think it's integral. What's the word? Integral. I think that's integral to just learning in general. I think that's a base point, a foundation that we can all start from. Because it's as crazy as it might seem, a lot of people just don't know how to research things, and that's something that we've got to change in this world. Because if the truth is the most important thing, then learning how to research is absolutely integral, fundamental to that. Right, Fractured Gamer, welcome to the chat, dude. Stopping in and giving you a like for the for the algo monster. Oh, cheers, dude. Yeah, I am back. Live stream is going to continue in a couple of days, like as usual, but we're going down a little bit of a new route on the channel. So the kind of videos I'm going to be making, I've been having a good think about a couple of like videos that I'm actually working on. I've scrapped a couple of projects from before, like Project Castaway, although I'm still playing that, so that's going to come back. We're going to look at a lot of different topics as well, and I'm not just talking about, like, say, how a tomato's grown. I'm thinking about more human-based stuff and people, and like, why do people do the things they do, and look into areas where we can educate ourselves on learning about that, if that makes sense, how that happens, right? So like anthropology, I guess, in a way. We'll look at different societies and we'll look at how they function and how it's different to our societies. We'll look at different monetary systems. We'll look at money. We'll look at finance. We'll look at all this stuff, but from a very basic point of view. I'm not talking about going really in depth or anything about this. I want to leave that to you, to give you the foundation to research things for yourself and become inquisitive yourself, and go and do the research and bring it back to me, and we'll debate it and we'll all learn about it together in that kind of sense. So what I was just saying about AI, we got cool tools all over the internet at the moment. I've been using Google Gemini for a little bit, and it's actually crazy. You can make your own apps on this. They're pretty cool. We're going to be doing some of that, so that's going to be some pretty fun stuff. You can make all sorts of like interactive maps and that's going to come in really handy when we're talking about some stuff, especially like we'll be talking about wealth and poverty and inequality and equality and, you know, all that sort of stuff, and social things about like just stuff that's in the media at the moment, because there's so much divisive stuff. And I see a lot of things from my point of view, things wouldn't be so divisive if people were more informed, because there's a lot of people on both sides that just want to pull the wool over people's eyes so they can get what they want. And that can all be stopped if we just, if we just learn things, if we just learn a little bit, right? So like, my analogy has always been, if you go to a car garage with your car, you've got a problem, so you've got a flat tire, and you don't know nothing about cars, then it's really easy for that mechanic to say, hang on, you've got a few more problems with your car that need fixing, and you might just well say, okay, fix the problems. But if you actually knew about cars, you might be able to go in and say, no, I don't actually have a problem with that or that or that, just fix the flat tire, please. And then you just get your flat tire fixed and you won't be scammed. Right, so there's a lot of things. We'll look at things like that as well, internet scams, because that's a massive thing at the moment, especially, unfortunately, I'll have to say, on YouTube is a scam heaven for people. It's scam crazy. If you don't use an ad blocker on YouTube, and I'm not condoning using an ad blocker, by the way, I just got to say that for probably legal purposes or the state of my channel, but yeah, if you're using YouTube without an ad blocker, man, that's some crazy stuff right now, and that's a big problem I have with this whole place of YouTube, is the adverts and scams. Because do you know one of the most popular adverts on YouTube at the moment is an ad blocker? It's an advert for an ad blocker. Pretty crazy. And ad blocker's obviously against YouTube's terms of service, and you can have your account disabled. Fucking mental. We'll be talking about all sorts of things like that, and the gaming industry too, because that's one thing I want to get out on. in my little break I've been buying games and testing games for what we can play when I come back. And I've got to say, man, I've bought some of the newest games out at the moment because I want to have something like new and relevant to everybody. And I've pretty much refunded all of them because they're just not either what was promised, or they're broken and don't work, or they need a lot of fixing, or the game was literally abandoned by people in such a short amount of time and there's no one playing it and it's not relevant anymore. It's like, what's going on in the game industry? We'll take a dive into that as well because it's really frustrating. I'm a gamer, man. This is why I kind of started the channel, in a sense. That's what my content is really based on at the moment. And just recently, it's just so many mess ups in gaming. It's pretty crazy. So we'll be looking into that. And I'm also going to be doing a feature where I show all the content creators that I watch. I'll give you the links to all of them. We take a look at their content, dissect a little bit of it, give them a bit of praise, maybe, or stuff like that, and then look at other upcoming content creators like myself, to try and get a little bit more reach, I guess. I found out in almost half a century of time in this world, most people are what's in it for me people. Yeah, that's true, man. A lot of people are. And I guess coming at it from like a center point of view, which I'm gonna have to start trying to do now. You can understand. I can understand it in a way. Most like people just look after themselves and only do what suits them, because this world is increasingly more like the Wild West, because law and order has fallen apart in large parts of the Western world. Like, I mean, it's not falling apart, but the path is being laid for it to fall apart, to stop mattering. There's being diversions around it, and it's like, if that falls apart, man, I hate to see what happens. But we're going to dive into all of that, I guess. I believe in paying it forward. Yeah, same, mate, same. I mean, even if it doesn't come back to you, you feel good about yourself. And I know that's like, it's not selfless, so you do it to make yourself feel good or whatever, but at least you've done something, and then the reserve is there, right? I completely get that point of view as well. Right, I've got a busy couple of hours ahead, so I just wanted to do a quick live stream, and I hope I wasn't too like and ahhing in it. I didn't really have a plan. I just thought, I'm doing this, I'm getting it done. If I make the live stream, then I've got to get on it and stuff like that. So I have, and thankfully. I was going to give you a little update as well on the pond. The pond's like pretty much all finished now. We're just working on keeping the algae away, so we're getting a filter in a couple of weeks, like a UV one. I was going to come back after I finished that, but then I started on the decking because it cooled down a little bit, and then it got really hot. I couldn't sit in here and stream, guys. Like, that is literally the main reason why I've been away, is it has been far too hot in this room. I can't even come into this room until about 4 in the morning when it's cooled down. And then even when the sun comes up, it's just hot, and the heat just stays day after day. Today, it's been the first day it's finally rained in ages. I think about 3 weeks, and it's cooled the air down nicely now. But still, I've got the curtains closed and the heat's building up. So I can't stay in here long, even today. It's crazy. But yeah, I was about to come back, and then I stood on a massive screw, like a screw about probably that long, and I think it probably went about that far into my foot, and I've never felt pain like it, and I couldn't walk. And I was really worried about getting tetanus, but I didn't get tetanus, thank God. I had a massive bruise on my foot underneath, and I couldn't walk or anything on my foot. It was so bad. But luckily that's all better now and stuff. So, do you play Elite Dangerous? I haven't played Elite Dangerous. I've been watching it for a long time though. Well, not watching gameplay, but watching it sort of No, I think I'm mixing it up with something else. What's the other game? I always mix these two up. Elite Dangerous and Star Citizen. Is that what it's called? I think it. I'm not, honestly not sure, but no, it's the short answer. It rains here and gets hotter. It's like here. If the sun properly comes out, or it's still like partially cloudy, but if the sun properly comes out, the heat and the humidity here will be unbearable tonight. It will be fucking horrible. I just hope the temperature stays down for a little bit more. The sun don't come out again. It's always been lovely. Like I've got a really bad sunburn on my back though, which is better now. But God, that was horrible. The first couple of days I had that. I didn't realise how strong the sun was. You never do in Britain. Like you just think, oh, it's Britain. It's not going to hurt you. You nailed that one, didn't you? Oh, mate. I put my foot. That's why it was so bad because I put my full weight on it. I was just trying to stand. There was like a piece of decking with a screw that we couldn't get out, and it had just fallen over, been buried by leaves and the other rubbish and stuff. And I just put my foot there, my whole weight to launch myself up onto a step, and I just felt that pain, mate, like a red hot needle or something going straight through my foot, and then it went through because I only had my slippers on. It went straight through my slipper into my foot, and as I tried to pull my foot off it, it wouldn't come. And I had to wedge the wood under a bit of another bit of wood to pull it out, and I felt the ridges on the screw going as it come out. I'm laughing now, but oh my God, my vision went red. It was that painful. It was fucking horrible. I never want to do that again. Like it was right in the middle of underneath of my foot as well, like right in the middle. I could show you. I can't be asked to take my socks off. I've got a picture of it. I think I put one on the page actually, on the updates, the discussion page or whatever it is. Star Citizen is like the $1 billion game. Yeah, I think that's what I've been following. Feel for you. I've done it with a nail, not a screw, so I know the pain. Yeah, it's bloody horrible, isn't it, man? It's really, really took my breath away. Like that kind of pain that just makes you go like, the fucking I scream. But then I got my dad to try and put a plaster on it. Like he got a small little circular plaster, put it on the spot where it was, and went oh no, man. We pushed it in. Oh, and the pain was all back again. I've done that before, but not as bad. Not as bad as that. Like it went in my skin a little bit, but never where it went fully into my foot. Like, oh, I really thought I'd done myself some damage because I couldn't wiggle my toes at first. And then my foot swelled up massive. And I thought, oh, I'm going to get tetanus. I better go and get a tetanus. And luckily I didn't get tetanus, so I'm alright. Right, well, I've got to go. Thank you, Factory Gamer, for popping into the chat and leaving your like. That's awesome. I really want to give you a date for when live streams will restart again. What day is it today? It's Monday, isn't it? It's Wednesday. Wednesday. That's a good day to come back, I think. What's the weather on Wednesday? It's so shit that it's like being in this room depends on how hot it is outside. Oh, why are we opening up Edge? This one. Wednesday. 24, that's not too bad. We got rain the day before as well. Okay. Yeah, Wednesday then. Okay. Right, so we'll be back on Wednesday with we'll do a snooker live stream and finish where we started. We'll start off where we finished. Yeah. We'll start from where we finished off at. I'm live every day, 2 PM Central. Sometimes, oh dude, I'll try and catch you. I'll try and catch you if I can. So the pond's all done now. The only thing left to do is put a filter in, so all the heavy work's done. It's literally just weather dependent, and it's looking pretty cool for the next couple of days, so that's a good time to come back. Yeah, sweet. All right, guys. Yeah, I'll see you in the next couple of days then. I will work on some content for the live streams. I've got a couple of ideas in my head, but if you've got anything you want to learn about, whack it down in the comments, and put it down in the comment of this video if you can, not in the live chat, but in the comment. Or comment on like one of the discussions on the channel page or something like that. Then it's easier for me to see. And we'll take a look at it. So yeah, the first thing we're going to be researching is how to research correctly, and that will be like our first lesson. But I'm going to try and make it fun as well in some way, so I'll be having to think about that. All right, guys, I hope you have another lovely couple of days, and I hope you've got some nice weather with you, and you're all getting nice and tanned or whatever. And I'll see you in the next couple of days, guys. See you in a bit. Bye bye.